Yes.
Why is that not? Hold on a second. But that's all fixed now. Right, well, Ben's disappeared, but I'll just do a quick recap. So, last time, you guys successfully defeated all your doppelgangers. Everyone managed to combat their own and come out on top. A couple of you a little worse for wear in places. Stix in particular was almost violently murdered. But you guys were victorious and able to carry on through the rest of the catacombs. Eventually, making it through the rest of the traps and trials and things to the end, and finding a large burial chamber containing an elf by the name of Belladonna, who Neo recognised and and she in turn recognised Neo. Indeed, she was delighted to see Neo and the prospect of bringing him back to her master. Fortunately, the party was disinclined to allow that, and as a result, a fight broke out. Belladonna mainly acting, trying to avoid the party, and raising a consistent amount of undead to challenge them and slow them down. However, she was eventually caught between Arwen and a hasted Stix, giving the opportunity to deal an incredibly powerful blow, dealing a lot of damage to her and causing her to flee. And so we pick things up literally right after she's just disappeared, using a spell that you would potentially recognise as Dimension Door, as having been cast by Piper in the past and currently able to be cast, by Stix with the aid of his cloak.
Yeah, I want to do something stupid.
You all stand in the aftermath of this. Neo is still trapped by bones. Arwen, you still have your two summons. Aoife is currently has a spiritual weapon out still, and there is one zombie skeleton remaining next to Klari. But we are, for all intents and purposes, out of initiative.
Sweet. I'm gonna, after seeing all that sort of happen, I'm gonna really quickly look over to Aoife and Arwen and say, I think she Dimension Doored. I can follow her. Do I go? Do we go? I can bring someone with me. We can go, or should we just stay here and not split up? I don't know. She was bad. She's gone now. I don't know where she's gone, but I think she might have gone up. But the problem is I can't get back down.
You and Aoife Dimension Door, and she can Dimension Door you back down.
Oh, sweet.
Aoife can't Dimension Door.
I thought you just said she could.
No, Belladonna Dimension Doored away.
Yeah, I thought you said that she also has Dimension Door.
No, she has Word of Recall. Okay, really quickly then, I'm going to say...
You've seen Piper use Dimension Door in the past, and Stix can do it with the aid of his cloaks, which is why you would potentially recognise.
Belladonna has her spiritual weapon out, though.
No, Aoife has a spiritual weapon.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I'm going to really quickly go. Okay, Aoife, do you reckon you can bring Klari back with you, and then me and Arwen can go, you can use your Word of Recall thing to bring Klari back to the temple, and then... Oh, fuck, Neo. Crap. No, yeah, he could be brought back as well. It's fine. That's oh, yeah, shit, he's in a cage. He's in a bone cage. Fuck, that's a problem. We need to hurry up because every second we wait, she's getting further and further and further away. Are we doing this or are we not splitting up? I don't know.
We can just do it. Just do it.
Okay, come here. Grab Arwen. Dimension door up. I'm still hasted, by the way.
Yes. You are still here.
We're gonna go
So,
a million miles up in the air and fall to our death.
So I'm just gonna shout to Neo, like, Neo, Aoife and Klari will sort you out. Sorry, we can't let her escape. Grab Arwen. Poof.
Okay.
And go up.
Dimension door has a range of 500 feet. You
400 feet.
are currently an unknown distance underground. I'm guessing you're going with X distance straight up. How far up are you going?
Fuck. Okay, how far have we gone down? We've gone down fairly far. Can I make like a really quick, seeing as I'm hasted, could I potentially make a quick like intelligence check or something to try and make a decent guess as to how far we've gone down?
Yeah.
From the point that we were. Obviously the ground is potentially uneven, there might be buildings in the way, yada yada yada, but could I try and do that?
Yeah. Yeah, just make a straight intelligence check.
Can I help? Oh, didn't need
it.
14. You're not too sure. It's very difficult to gauge with, you certainly have gone down. You've descended multiple sets of stairs. There have been various sort of slopings in the passage and things like that.
Would I know with that roll a sort of minimum distance at the very least? Like
based on the number of sets of stairs, you would probably guess over 150 feet.
Over 150 feet. Okay, 200 feet.
Like minimum.
200 feet.
200 feet.
I've got stuff. I've got lay on hands and all sorts of stuff to heal us up with. Too bad.
Stuck in the earth.
Sorry.
Well, oh no, we can't. If we end up in the earth, it just fails, and we have nothing to do.
Okay. You cast Dimension Door. You specify 200 feet straight up.
Yep.
And with a swirl of like wind and like red of this cloak, and like it snaps in the ethereal breeze, and then all of a sudden you find yourself standing in the street outside.
Oh fucking yes! Perception check.
Exactly 200 feet.
Oh yes. Can I make a perception check? Look around.
Yeah.
See if I see her. She is a vampire with wings. I feel like she can't be that hard to not spot. I think. I don't really know. Or rather, could I aid Arwen? Because I know my perception dog shit.
God, I can't read. Is that perception?
That's perception.
Or I guess we could both make a roll. I don't know. Are we still on like initiative theoretically?
I'm happy to drop initiative at this point.
Okay. Do you want to both make a roll, or do you want me to aid you?
Aid me. I'm not too bad at perception.
Okay, yeah, I'll sort of help Arwen look around then, as I've obviously spent my thing looking around.
You don't see anything, but you do hear from a few streets over some screams and shouts and things like that.
Well, let's go that way.
Yeah, fuck it, running.
You take off running and you start rushing, and you sort of like pushing your way past people, and just doing your best to get there as quickly as you can. I'm just gonna
also to bear in mind, haste runs off after a minute, and I'm stunned for a round up, so that would maybe affect me.
Yeah, we had about you got a few. Yeah, I'll say on the way over, haste wears off, and so you end up like when you're running, and like Stix is like much faster than you while haste, and he takes off ahead of you, and then all of a sudden he just stops like dead in the street for a few seconds, and you catch up with him and like shake him awake, and the two of you take off again, running in the direction of this. We'll hold there for a moment. Klari, you're down still in the catacombs with Aoife and Neo. It's no bother for you guys to just finish off this final like zombie skeleton between you. There are no more being summoned, so that's not going to cause you any problems. And between all of you, it's easy enough for you guys to break Neo out. You're not under like big time pressure and things like that. What would you like to be doing? Are you following like Stix's idea, and just getting Aoife to word of recall you all back to the temple? What would you like to be doing? Are you going to spend a bit more time down here? If you'd like a bit more time to think about it, we can flip back over and I'll come back to you in a couple of minutes.
Can I do like a quick investigation of like the room before we go?
Yeah. Yeah. Make a quick investigation check.
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't even the thing.
Yeah. So you're kind of having a quick look around, looking for anything obvious that that immediately catches your eye. And other than all the general sort of coffins and things scattered around, you can see there's these 8 around this one central one. The 8 have been broken open. You can see the lids are all shattered and stuff, as well as the main one in center has also been broken open, and the lid is just like sort of like rubble inside, sort of like pulling the pieces out and pushing them aside. You don't really find anything immediately, and so you decide to head back and meet up with Aoife and Neo, and unless there's anything else you want to do, if you want to like, unless you're planning on walking out, then she'll just use word of recall, and bring you all back to the temple.
Would I be able to tell if these tombs look like they've been broken from the inside or the outside?
Make an intelligence check for me. Just straight intelligence. Or perception. Either or. 16. Yeah, they all look like they are, like you can see the majority of the pieces are sort of scattered on the ground around them. They look to have been burst out of.
Okay. Okay, yeah, then I'll suggest we use the spell and head up to the temple.
Okay. So yeah, you gather around and you cast this spell, and it's like sort of dark veil surrounds you all, and you, unlike other teleportations, this is almost more gentle, and you are transported back, and you find yourselves, as the light appears around you, stood once again in the small chapel, actually, that initially led down. You can see the door has retracted once more, and at the sound of you appearing, you can see Brienne stood there just watching this section of wall. She has since armoured up, and outside you can see that there are a couple of paladins also have donned armour and are standing just guarding the door. Is everything okay? Where are the others?
Well, it's possible that somewhere in the city there's now a vampire. The others they went after it. She dimension doored out, so they followed. But we were not sure exactly where they are.
and turns to Aoife and he's like, I'll go. You stay here and make sure everything's all right and look after yourself and then she turns and strolls purposefully, getting all over my words today, purposefully out the door. And you hear her calling to other knights and paladins and things, and she starts issuing orders to head out and patrol the city and things like that. Arwen and Stix, you guys are rushing through the streets.
Yes.
You can hear screaming getting louder, following the sound of it, and then you eventually round a corner in the streets, and there, in the centre of the street, are a number of people, just maybe 10, between 5 and 10 people just lying on the ground, and you can see Belladonna is stood there. She has the body of a woman in her hands, and one hand is wrapped around like the neck, the other one like is just like bunched up in the clothes, and you can see her head bent low, into the just fangs sunk into the side of her neck.
Jesus. As soon as I see her, I would like to cast. Fuck. Oh, I had an idea and then I completely lost it. Because I forgot what spells I had during the week. As soon as I see her, I would like to cast. No, yes, I swapped out command. The bastard. Nothing. No. Oh, do I have my charm divinity? Oh no. Fuck. That
I'll
raise.
cast Entangle.
Okay.
Oh, that works. There we go.
What is the saving throw on Entangle?
Great question. Like,
Let me just pull up this stat book.
I'm very bad at reading.
As I wasn't necessarily anticipating these. But it's in my nice folder of books. So.
Strength save.
Strength save. Okay. DC
14.
14. That's a natural 1.
Ah!
So distracted by this feeding on the body of this woman, you can cast this spell, and these vines start to reach up and wrap around, and they start to like slowly wrap around the legs, and then go a bit higher, and they start to like wrap around the arms and the torso, and just, like one of them all just, like reaches up and like grabs like the back of her hair and just like pulls her head back a little bit, pulling her like face away, like so she can no longer like feed on this woman.
Okay, we need to kind of like trap her in some way. Like, I've got her, but now we have to hold her.
We will drop into a very quick initiative, starting with Arwen. Stix, you'll be next, and then she'll act after that.
Yeah, sounds good. How far are we away from her, like right now?
Loosely between like 30 and 60 feet. So if you have anything,
okay.
Yeah, you can move up to her. Probably not get within melee range in this turn, but you can move up to stuff that's got
Okay.
Sorry, just got to lean in to read.
Your spirit shroud, is it? That you had up also has worn off by this point.
Is
unless that lasts longer than a minute, but I believe it's
no, that's a minute. Yeah, it's that's definitely gone.
My entangle was my gut, wasn't it? Or
yeah, I mean, if you want to, if you have a bonus action or anything like that, then other than that, but yeah, your entangle is your go.
Cool.
Essentially, it's like you cast entangle, and that like kicks things off.
Yeah.
So you're first for that.
Oh. So is that Arwen done then?
Yeah, that's
Or-
Arwen.
Okay, cool. I would like to run as far as I can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite up to her as of yet. I would like to Misty Step,
Yeah, Misty Step will definitely get you the remaining distance.
sort of like Kratos charge towards her, start swinging my sword like on the way, and then just before it gets like the apex of the swing, Misty Step towards her
Yeah.
and try and just whack her, put her to the basically. I'd like to. So is she just grappled or restrained by entangle?
It says grapple
This is grapple.
on the thing. Like that's like the first word.
Yeah. I think it's down here. Creature only a strength saving throw. The creature is restrained.
Restrained.
So she is restrained.
What's the difference between
Okay.
grappling and
Grappling
restraining?
makes your speed 0. Restraining makes your speed 0 and also gives attacks against you advantage,
Okay.
and their attacks have disadvantage.
Fair. Okay.
So it's like just slightly more.
Would that make a difference? So if I was to, for example, try and knock her prone, would you argue that she'd maybe get disadvantages from that, or is like divine pulling her more flavor?
I know. I believe restrained does the restrained condition does factor into saving throws, but I can't remember what that is off the top of my head. Just give me 1 second to look it up.
When I had my go, could I have kept running forward?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just make
So again, you're not like quite within
No,
melee
I
range,
purposely.
but
Hopefully next turn I'll be.
right, here we are. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saves. Creature's speed becomes 0, can't have it for any bonuses, attack rolls. Yeah, so it would only affect dex saves, it doesn't affect strength saves.
Okay.
Sorry.
What's not very interesting. I will go up to her and try and knock her prone with my first attack.
Okay. So you're essentially making a shove attack, which is a contested strength check.
Yes. It is. So is it strength athletics, right?
Yeah, strength athletics.
Fuck me. Oh, 25.
Yeah, so you break some of these like entangling vines and like push her down, and they like quickly like grab around her again. So she is now like prone and restrained on the ground.
Nice. And then my second attack, I'm just going to try and wail on her. So that's advantage.
Yeah.
To be a rogue right now, to be amazing. 24 to hit.
That hits.
That's 7. Oh no, this is two-handed actually, because I don't have my shield out at the minute. So I'll actually roll a d10. One-handed, but that's actually worse. No, it's better.
You can add your modifier
6.
to that.
Yeah, 6 plus 4 plus 1, so that's 11. Plus 4 is 15. Plus fucking all the smite I have in my entire being against this bitch. So that's a level 3 smite, which is 4d8 plus 1d8 because she's undead. It's 5d8.
Mm-hmm.
5d8 plus 17. That's an okay roll. It's actually really bad. Plus 17 is that numbers. That's
Yeah, I'm just doing some maths in my head.
that's what 11, 15, 22, 32 damage in total.
32 damage. Alright.
Yeah. So if she wants to move, she has to spend half the movement to get up and break free. And yeah, not getting away.
Okay, well, it is now Hugo.
1, 2,
And see she focuses for a couple of seconds and then just
No.
sinks
No.
into the ground, becoming incorporeal once more, and
Oh, for fuck's sake.
then moves away and re-emerges about 30 feet away down the street. Just re-emerges. You see, like, there's like blood like dripping down her chin. You see, like, a big rent in her armor from the 2 big strikes that you've landed against her sticks. Just like, Neo, I'll get it. But you'll have to contend with these for now. You can raise her hands, and can someone roll a d6 for me?
Oh no.
Can she stand still for like 2 seconds? I have something I want to do, but I need to be right up in her grill.
Right up in her grill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and yeah, so 5 of the bodies around you guys begin to twitch and move, and they start to rise from the floor, and you can see all of them now seem to have had like their necks like broken, or like their heads are like canted over at odd angles, and you can just see like big like bite marks, like blood has like soaked out these wounds like down their clothes and things like that. Yeah, seems like
5 minutes.
But that's her. She is still only like 30 feet away. Arwen, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm running up to her.
You're running up to her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll say that is probably... We'll go with 2 attacks of opportunities from the zombies that have risen.
Come on then. Treat yourself, I guess.
They're both going to miss, though.
Excellent.
A 1 and a 4 on the dice, so...
I have things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I have a vial of holy water.
Okay.
I would like to shove this down her throat.
Shove it down her throat. Okay. I'm going to say to do that, you can either just like throw it at her as an attack, or you can use one of your attacks to grapple her, and the other one will be basically a second contested grapple check to like ram it down her throat if you want to do it that way. Or you can just throw it at her with one attack and still have your other attack.
Really quick. Do you think that just throwing holy water at a vampire will do anything? Or does she have to drink it?
I feel like Stix would probably know that, if you just throw it, the holy water will at least give some radiant damage. How much, I'm not quite sure. And the difference between shoving it down her throat, I imagine, would probably be pretty intense. But I don't know. It's entirely up to you if you feel confident enough to try and grapple her twice to get it down, or if you
I want
feel...
to try and grapple her. Then
Okay.
at least I won't waste it if I miss her.
Yeah. And she's only 30 feet away. I'll be there in a second.
Yeah. So, your athletics versus her. She's going to use dexterity now because she's no longer at a disadvantage for dex. That's not too bad.
My athletics.
Yeah, your athletics contested. Just 21, unfortunately. So you go to like grab her and she just pushes you off. You can see before she was very, very pale and had sort of almost like translucent skin, and now you can see, having consumed so much fresh blood, you can start to see a bit of colour in her cheeks, and you can see the veins and arteries more clearly underneath her pale skin. Now you're this up close. You still have another attack?
What classes as a stake?
As a stake?
Mm-hmm.
Anything sharp and pointy and made out of wood? but I'd say almost it has to be pretty much entirely wood. An arrow would be too small if you know, it's not substantial enough to be a stake.
What about a flute made by Reggie?
Yeah,
That would be so fucking
it's
cool.
not sharpened, so I'll say.
You don't know what Arwen does in her spare time. Everything's a weapon.
Proud.
Yeah,
She's had this a while.
but I might give her a slight buff to AC because you're using essentially a blunt instrument.
I want to stake her.
Okay.
With a flute.
With a flute.
It's the only thing I've
Okay.
got.
Roll an attack using strength. This is without proficiency, as you're not proficient in improvised weapons.
Just strength.
Just straight strength. Yeah, so it's not necessarily that you miss. It's just the fact that you don't have the strength to trying to grapple her. You're slightly she's pushed you and you're slightly off balance, and you just don't have the strength to drive this flute through her armor and deal any damage. It just pings off the breastplate, unfortunately.
I need a sharp stick.
I actually think I might have a sharp stick. Oh no, I've got torches. And I've still got that hunting trap.
Torches. Are they wooden?
Yeah.
Have they got points on them?
No, they're generally pretty blunt.
I don't own anything woody and sharp. Okay, well, I'm all up in her face, but I can't do anything else, can I?
Unless you've got any bonus actions, it's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Stix.
Stix. So I can make it up to her in my movement.
Yep, you can make it up to her in your movement.
I don't know whether this incorporeal business, she's used this a couple of times, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And that I don't know, would I be able to ascertain whether that was an action to do, a bonus action to do, or anything like that as a sort of D&D knowledge?
Thing she's done very rapidly. Basically, she's been using it as a legendary action. She was using it as against.
Okay.
Move around during the fight.
Yeah, that's fair. Then that might
So
not.
it's been a very rapid response to generally people attacking her or closing her down. Go incorporeal and move away, often through an object. Like when she went through the wall one way in the catacombs and the Yor chased her around, she went back the other way to try and get away.
Yeah. Okay, then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge up to her and bonus action. Do I try and ensnare her again, or do I try and boom her? I think I go. Oh, she'll just get out of the ensnaring, but then she'll just do anything. So which one does more damage? Thunderous Smite. So I'm gonna run up to her. Bonus action, Thunderous Smite on my weapon.
Okay. I will say you will also take 2 attacks of opportunities from the zombies around you.
That is fine. I don't have my shot up, so
I think they'll both miss.
definitely.
Is it frozen?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, sounds good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can make your attacks.
Cool. So that. Oh, Arwen doesn't happen to be flanking, does she?
I am, well, technically.
Oh, hello.
Could I? Yes! That's a critical hit. So that's two-handed, not one-handed. So it's a D10, not a D8. So that's 8 but then it's a critical, so it's 4. So
12
8 plus 5
5,
is, yeah,
17
17
plus the
plus
radiant,
yeah,
27.
plus she needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no, this was a bad idea. This was a really, really bad idea.
18 on the strength save.
You know what? That's actually kind of good. She takes full damage anyway, so it's 4d6. I don't think she takes any sort of halves on. That's 16.
So we were 27, 37, 43 at the moment.
Plus, it's 2d8 plus smite, so 2d8 because she's 3d8 because she's undead,
Yeah.
but then 6 it's a crit, and that's just for a first level fucking spell. Jesus Christ, this bitch. Oh, once I've done this, I am tapped for spells. That is it. I have like 1 first level spell left. So
43. What are we on? 43 at the moment?
47,
47,
52,
72.
for my first strike.
Jesus Christ. And I used a bloody flute.
Is she dead?
No.
How's she looking?
She's looking a lot worse than she was. She looked a lot healthier. So she was looking pretty rough. She dimensioned all the way. A couple of minutes passed, and she was looking pretty good again by the time you guys caught up to her. With the time that passed and the blood she'd consumed. She's looking bloodied now.
Okay, and then.
Oh yes, roll a d8 for your crit.
Oh yeah.
I'm very serious.
D8. 1.
What's a 1?
Disarm enemy if enemy can't be disarmed because of their natural weapon, like claws or fangs. Roll again.
Okay, yeah. If you have natural weapons,
Roll again. 1.
roll again.
Roll again. 3. Okay.
Push
Third
him
time's
back 10 feet. Isn't that into me?
I feel like it is. So I guess she just gets pushed into. Can I choose not to push her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So that's fine. Or you just say
I don't
she
want
gets
her.
like pushed like to the like. You can just say she gets like pushed to the side, like around.
I do not want her leaving. And then second strike. Come on, baby. 27.
So good.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
It's a D10.
So the two-handed.
Oh, there we go. That was
15.
That was so 15 plus 1 radiant plus my last spell slot to try and end this motherfucker. 12.
So 27 total.
27 total. There's no anythings I can add on to that, right? No. I'm good. I didn't secretly have a second level spell slot, but I think, oh fuck, I clicked the long rest button. Fuck. It's fine, I remember what I was on. Nothing! Just turn everything off. Is basically what I need to do right now.
Okay.
Is she dead? Please. I'm assuming not, but
Looking much the worse for wear, she reaches out and tries to grab you, Arwen.
God.
So spell attack.
Come give me a hug.
3.
It's not great. It's a 14 to hit.
No.
14 misses. So she casts this spell and tries to like reach out and like swipe her claws at you, but is unsuccessful. She's like, in that case, I'll see you again.
No. Is she leaving?
And which summons her wings once more, bursting out the back of her armor. These long, leathery, black skeletal wings, and just fly straight up into the air.
Attack of opportunity.
You both get attacks of opportunity.
I hurl this thing at her.
What thing?
The water. Holy water.
Okay.
Like a water balloon.
Yeah, okay. Like a ranged attack, it'd be just Dex. I say Dex, but I say you can have Dex plus proficiency on this. Why not? It's like
I would like
dagger kind of.
to recognize and
+4.
+4.
that's fine, on it. The only way you'll learn.
13, unfortunately, will miss.
Can I catch it?
Throw catch.
If you're willing to take a hit from a zombie, then I'll say yes.
Yeah.
There'll be an auto hit on your one of their attacks will auto hit you rather than.
Yeah, if I can catch my holy water. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Turns out the zombie wielding the Holy Avenger.
Okay, Stix, your attack of opportunity. I'm assuming you'd like to make one.
Yes. Can I grapple her with my attack? Or at the very least,
Attempt to grapple her.
or if, like, I don't even care if her speed's reduced to 0. I'm just not letting her go. I'm going to physically hold myself to this bitch to try.
Yeah, go for it.
If I manage to hold her down, that's great. If I go up with her, that's fine. I like to fly. I didn't need a spine anyway. So what? It's a athletic check, right?
Yeah, contested athletics check.
He's 18.
Yeah, so you see her taken to the air, and Arwen like tries to throw this thing, and Arwen's like pre-aimed this, like throwing it up, as she's like trying to take off. But you like grab like one of the straps on her armor and pull her down, and she like as the wings flap, and you're almost pulled off the ground, but you do manage to hold her to the ground for the time being.
Now can I shove it down her throat?
Well, first we're gonna deal with
Yeah, you can hit me.
5 zombie attacks.
5?
Yeah, there are 5 zombies.
You said 1.
One is an auto hit, but there are. I'm going to do 2 will go against you and 2 will go against Stix.
I already feel so bad about Piper letting that one vampire out. I'm not letting this one leave.
Well, we want a regular zombie. They are asked to hit, so I think they'll probably be fine. You automatically take. Oh shit! Where's my dice gone? Ooh, max damage. 7 bludgeoning damage from it, from the one that auto hits you, and then the other 2 are. They are terrible. They both hit. And the 2 against you, Stix, is a 2 and an unnatural. Well, 2 plus modifier, but 2 and an unnatural 20.
Yeah, the unnatural
hits you. So you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
From this zombie.
My go.
Neil, also now.
Right, so Stix has her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, contested strength check.
Please. God. Do I get advantage because she's being held?
No. Grappling
The
only
tempt-
reduces
Friend
hers.
is flanking technically.
It's not an attack roll. It's a grapple check.
The temptation right now, JJ, to do the Valkyrie finisher from the first God of War game and just rip.
No, not that one. You can't use the big one.
This one rolled. I've only rolled this one once, and it rolled a 1 today. I've rolled 3 1s already today.
Yeah, 20 is difficult to beat.
No, please. Just let her just drink it.
You like grab her by the hair, and Stix has got like one of the straps on her arm, and she's like tries to bite your hand, but you move it out of the way in time, and you like smash this vial like into her mouth, and it shatters against like the back of her throat.
Excellent, good.
And there's like glass and like scream, and she like starts to scream, and like steam starts to like erupt from her mouth.
Good.
Roll 2d8 for me.
How exciting!
alright. Damage is damage.
It's not. It's awful.
And does that only count as one of your attacks, or
That
like
was
do you have a...
one attack?
Because she's ingesting it, does it keep attacking? Because it's going through her system. Like poison.
We'll see.
But that's like drinking
That's
acid.
why I thought drinking
Yeah.
is better than just throwing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll have not a stacking effect, but like a continual.
Excellent. Oh. Then I'll just dagger her because
Okay.
I can. Do I get advantage now? She's grappled.
No, you don't get advantage from grappling.
Do I get advantage because Stix is in front of me?
You can flank.
Excellent.
Oh, 26.
26 hits.
Killed it.
12 damage.
That looks
I'm
so...
assuming that's a magical dagger.
Possibly. Who knows?
It's not rolling magically.
Possibly not.
Think given
I don't
magic.
know. It might,
You must have a magical dagger somewhere.
well, I did have one, but then somebody
And then you
took it
lost
away
it.
from me.
But then someone killed
In
us.
which case,
Dragon,
that would
not
be
you.
6 instead of 12. Which is resistant to damage from non-magical weapons. Hi, I'm the DM. I'm an asshole.
You have to tell me twice.
Okay, Stix. Unless there's anything else in your turn. Bonus action.
Can I grapple her legs?
Not as a bonus action.
With, oh, okay.
Well,
What are you
I'm out
doing?
of spells.
Pardon?
So, I'm out of spell slots. Surprise, surprise. So, I guess I'm just going ham on this woman. Like, as I've got one of her straps, I'm just going to try and slam my sword down on her, I guess. Like, I don't know how I'd attack her and still grapple her, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it'll have to be one-handed if you want to maintain the grapple.
That is perfectly fine. Oh, fuck, 13?
Misses, unfortunately.
Really? Yeah, that's me trying to get around the wings. They're very awkward.
Also using a long sword with one hand, kind of like, sort of kind
Long
of doing
sword,
it
one
yourself.
hand. Long sword, one hand, trying to get around, trying to stab. It's very, very awkward. I need like I have hand axes. But in theory, they're not magical though, so that would have sucked. Anyway, 24. I'm assuming that hits.
24 hits.
Oh, 10, 18.
Another 18 damage. Let me just do some math real quick.
Oh, please tell me she dies.
She died 2 rounds ago.
Okay.
Oh, for God's sake, she's not dead yet.
No, she's not, and she's gonna go. I'm assuming she's gonna try and fucking ethereal herself out of here.
Indeed. If that's everything on your turn, Stix.
I guess.
Do you have any holy water?
I don't have any holy water now. Actually, no, I might do, but I think we got it for this fight, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, I do have a vial of holy water. I just trusted my sword a little more. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on your turn, Stix?
No, just keep holding on to with the. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go to her turn. Arwen, roll 2d8 for me. Oh, she's like coughing and like steam billowing off her face.
Oh, that's a good roll.
Damage.
I like that one.
Yeah, as she coughs and spits, and like there's like this tinkle sound as like glass hits the ground. Stix, you feel like the leathern strap in your hand just like disappear, and suddenly you're gripping nothing as once more she goes incorporeal and moves 60 feet away incorporeally, solidifying into herself, and then uses her speed to, with her wings out, just takes off into the air.
Fuck.
There were like people around. Why weren't they like throwing rocks at her and stuff?
Because most people tend to run in fear when an evil necromancer vampire lady starts drinking the blood of people in the street.
I'm assuming she had to be pretty buffed up, because it's like the middle of the day now, right? Or is it like...
Yeah, it is. It is the afternoon. It is like late afternoon. Not like yeah, it's like mid afternoon by the time with you guys. You went there first thing in the morning, and then
Crap. Okay. Keep note of that. Although to be fair, vampires in the desert, I imagine they're probably fairly used to the sun. Maybe they don't. Maybe that was just an old wives' tale. I don't.
Yes. And then can someone roll a d6 for me?
Oh, we're about to get swarmed by zombies.
4 plus 1 is 5. So the other 5 bodies on the floor of these 10 bodies that she had drained.
She had 10?
Yeah.
I thought she had like 2.
Nah, she had 10.
Jesus.
Like she had a couple of minutes, and peasants against a high CR creature are not going to be putting up a fight.
Wow, she must have had straws in each one and just.
It's more like bite, drain, move on. Just like, so you see they are still like a little ways away from you, but you do, as you turn around, you see the rest of them rise from the ground.
By the way, great idea for a vampire, a little metal straw with a spike on the end, so you can just... Doesn't get in your teeth then, you can protect your teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Vampire dentistry must be a big business.
Okay.
Reusable.
At this point, to just potentially expedite things, she's just going to be booking it. Dashing away. I mean, she's going to dash. She's about 120
Oh,
feet.
you have a longbow!
I do have a
already.
bow. I was about to.
Are you going to be going after her, or are you going to be dealing with the zombies around you?
I think
Oh.
I'm going to use my bow on her as I have my bow.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as she starts going away, because Stix is almost predicting that she'll go away.
Yeah.
I'll just start turning and facing the zombies, and I'll just be like, "Don't worry, I got this." Try and get them.
Right. In which case, we shall make some attacks real quick. Miss. 18 to hit you, Arwen.
Yes.
3 bludgeoning damage and miss. Okay, so you're shooting her with your bow.
I am. With a +3 hours magic.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why they are +3.
Well, I was just making sure. I didn't want to,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where's my bow? Long bow. 24.
That will hit.
Excellent.
Woo!
This +3.
9,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
15, 18.
18.
Oh.
Oh, I get another go too.
Let me do some more maths real quick, because I should have written down what the result was before.
Ooh, 19.
19.
Gotta be somewhere.
With the second arrow, you see, she sees it coming, and you don't know where these bones come from, but, rising almost, out of thin air, out of, little, tears in reality, almost these bones like crop up and just form like this shield in front of her, and the second shot misses.
Ow. Oh, fuck.
Anything else on your turn?
I don't have anything else.
Okay. Stix, there are 5 zombies around you and 5 incoming.
Yeah, I'm just sort of like putting away my sword a little bit, pull out my 2 hand axes, and just say something. She's like, "I'm not stuck out here with you. You're stuck out here with me, motherfuckers." And I'm just gonna start hammer all these things with my hand axes, getting that bonus back in full swing.
Roll to hit.
So hand axe. Oh Jesus, really? 12.
Hits a zombie.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah, the zombies. 9 slashing plus 8 radiant.
Yeah, I don't think you need to worry about damage here.
Okay.
They are like the weakest.
Hey! I'm interested to see the number. 13, 24. And then the bonus action, 22.
Okay.
How good would those 2?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to roll 2 more attack rolls, and if we can factor in cleaving as well.
Sweet. Oh wait, I rolled that last. Those 2 of my obsidian longs, so they should have had a -1, but it doesn't really.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that.
12.
Yeah, 12 will still hit the zombie, and yeah. So Stix in this like whirling dervish of strikes. These just starts taking heads. Really.
Yeah, I'm like super pissed off that she's getting away, so I'm just taking out every part of my frustration on these things. You'd think I was a barb.
Okay. Well, her turn. She's just double dashing. Moving as far as she can. So.
Is she still within range?
She's within your long range, so disadvantage on attack rolls now. She's going to use her incorporeal movement and her action to dash. So she's moving 180 feet with these wings. So she's now 300 feet away from you.
Can I not hit her?
You can hit her, yeah, you've got 600 feet of range, but you're just at a disadvantage.
That's fine.
I'm just telling you the distances.
It's fine.
Come on, advantage.
Turn, yeah. Unfortunately, that arrow just sails over the city.
Oh, really?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
She's so far away.
Okay.
2 shots, unfortunately, miss. Stix, you're up. 5 incoming zombies.
Wait, no, that's the obsidian longsword. Take a -1.
That's fine. That'll still hit.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that hits as well.
Okay. Bang. Am I doing attacks again for cleaving or?
Yeah, do 2 more. We'll just,
21. 18.
Yeah. Again, just like Stix is just like cutting and just taking down zombies left, right, and center. They are slow moving. These aren't even like zombies. These are like my minions, zombies. So they are very weak enemies that she summons.
I see.
Yeah, Stix just becomes this like whirling dervish of knives and blades.
Did not turn before we went back again.
Pardon?
Did zombies not have a turn before we went again?
That is true. So let's roll some attacks.
Before they all died. I'll give them a bit of dignity.
It's gonna miss. 1 hit will hit you, Stix. That will miss. 2 will hit you, and that will miss. So you take 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 7. You take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ah.
Yeah. Stix allows the zombies to hit him before he destroys them. Okay, and she'll dash. You've got 1 more turn to hit her, basically, before she gets out of range.
tell me if it's yes or no.
No.
Just tell me if it's yes or no.
No.
Ah.
Unfortunately, you fire 2 more shots and disappearing again. Yeah.
Again, I got 26. Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Ah, well.
You
We'll get her
notice
eventually.
a very small black speck on the horizon above the buildings.
Stupid, that's what she is.
I just turned back around, like, covered in zombie blood and shit, just like,
Yeah.
get up!
As you turn around, you see Stix just like finishing off the last zombie. It's like lying on the floor and just like puts an axe like into its spine. He just turns and like sort of panting faces you, and at which point you both hear like the sound of hooves, and you see a group riding up, kind of taking stock of your surroundings. You realise you haven't actually come out that far away from the temple. It seems like everything that went on took place mostly underneath the temple, and so you're only a handful of streets away, and you see Klari, Neo, Brienne, and a small couple of other paladins on horseback just riding through the city streets, approaching towards you.
Oh, hey guys. Oh, I'ma just need a minute, and I just like fall and lie back on the stone, like, I'm tired now. I'm tapped. This is it. Oh, she got away. Sorry about that.
You really
We
tried.
did our best.
It was
Quite
really close.
How close?
You don't want to know how close.
I really do.
No, I want to know. Give it to me.
You want to know. Let's just say that those 4 arrows you missed,
One of them would have.
one of them would
One
have
of
been
them.
enough.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I knew it. I knew it.
No!
I felt it in my bones. I was like, I know I'm gonna miss them all, and I know I only
I
need
thought,
one.
would she have not still potentially been taking acid damage in the mouth?
When she went incorporeal for
No, and you're making
the second time,
No.
it would all have gone. And she had, like, in that time, she had time to, like, like spit it all out and stuff like that. And, like, when she went incorporeal, all that glass fell out and stuff.
You're making it up now.
I made the whole thing up. I'm the DM.
Yeah, but you're making the wrong things up now.
The wrong things up. All of a sudden, the sky darkens, and you're looking up. You see a large rock descending.
The wrong things.
I read a thing on Reddit the other day that's how a DM started a new arc and killed off a player because they just like wanted to be a new person. A literal rock falls and you die.
So close.
So close.
God damn it. Okay, I'll get up.
When you say, she got away, like, Brianna's like, who? Which way did she go? We need to send people.
That way. I was pointing in the direction she went.
Flying at like 150 feet per 6 seconds.
Let's not be specific.
I'm really good with, feet. No.
Owen does like a good boot from time to time.
I do.
No, people are into what they're into.
Oh dear.
I joke. Yeah, I'll just sort of get him and said, yeah, she we were really, really close, but Jesus Christ, that was, oh my God. Yeah. So you said Klari and Neo and stuff like that,
Yeah,
right?
Klari and Neo will have been like given a ride by Brienne and his paladins in search of.
Hi. Sorry we kind of left you. It was a sort of, spur of the moment kind of thing. I felt like if we'd waited, she might have left. And Arwen was right next to me, and you were in the other room, and there was a skeleton. I apologize. Yeah. Oh, Neo, you broke free of that cage. That's good. Would have been really awkward if we just walked back all the way back down there, and you guys are still trying to pull him out. It's been very awkward.
Can I ask Neo some questions, please?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Brienne
think that.
stops and dismounts with you, but she's orders the two of you head in that direction, round up as many as you can. I'm going to get some more details from these, and then I shall bring some reinforcements if you can find whoever we're looking for. Just do what you can.
Big vampire lady. If you could just give her a little tap, she'll probably be alright. Maybe a bigger tap. Take a big stick with you and just. Need a big old stick.
Yeah, they quickly mount up, having dropped off Neo and Klari, and the four of you plus Brienne are now stood in the street. It is oddly quiet now. The street is it's basically deserted. No one is around anymore.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah. Brienne sort of heads over and starts checking over the bodies of the people in the street and so forth.
Neo. How do you know Belladonna?
Is this not a conversation we should maybe be having somewhere slightly more private? I feel like if we just I'll just sort of turn away from Lady Aoife and things like that. Do you not feel like a wind of sort of thing?
Yeah,
we might gain a little notoriety. Yeah. I don't know. Should we ask for just maybe an hour or two to just sort of rest up, and in that time we can ask Neil some questions and figure out what we want to be telling people and all that sort of thing?
Yeah, that's actually. Aoife did see the whole thing go down.
She did, to be fair. Yes.
She'd be like, Brienne, guess what?
Hey, buddy, guess what? Right? You know something?
Okay, with that in mind.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Then we can move forwards. After a little bit more time, a few more paladin things turn up. People start to drift back into the street as the fighting has stopped. Fortunately, it's not too busy with the festival and things going on. Most people are not in this part of the city. It's still it's quiet for the middle of the day, but there are still people about. Several people come over and there is a difficult period of time where people are like finding, people who lost loved ones are claiming them, and there is the sound of mourning fills the air. Friends and family sort of consoling others and so forth. Stix hanging around, you do find that there are a couple of almost like accusatory stares in your direction. People not necessarily having had the opportunity to fully take in what had happened, and not really understanding the situation, but still able to identify
covered in their blood.
The one that fucking massacred. I'll just sort of try and, noticing these people, I'll sort of try and open up and say something, but then I'm like, I'm way too tired. No matter what I say, sometimes it's just better to leave people breathe a little bit.
Yeah, you fought in battles before, fought alongside people before, and you kind of get the sense that and maybe as you open your mouth to say something, Neo puts his hand on your shoulder and is just gives you a look, and you're just like, maybe it's better not.
Yeah. And
maybe there's something along the lines of let them grieve in their own way. You did what you had to do. Sounds like there was nothing that could be done for them anyway.
No, not really. As far as I'm aware, once you go undead, there's no real coming back from that. So, yeah. Well,
but a little bit of time passes. A number of guards and things are called, and the situation is handed over, and people get back, and the bodies are taken care of, things like that. And you guys are, you're free to make your way wherever you'd like, but Brienne is heading back to the temple, and she invites you to come along. She says, you might as well come along. There's something I think you need.
Big stick.
Well,
I will. I will.
I think we've got something for you guys, but I need to collect a key from the temple first.
Yeah, I'm not even sure that we solved the problem. I don't even know if she was the thing that was causing these undead to rise, if there was something deeper down there. I really don't know. So I think maybe just as a sort of word of warning, keep the watch up and keep everything up tonight. And maybe we want to go back down there tomorrow and give it a proper, thorough investigation. I don't know if everyone else is down with the plan, but I feel like, we saw a vampire and went after her. But I kind of feel like there was maybe something else going on. Or maybe we could find out, she said she was down for a very long time. Wrote something on the walls or some plan somewhere, or I don't know. But I will catch up with you. I will catch up with you all. I need to do something in a minute. And while everyone else is going back there, I'm literally just stopping off at the tavern and just giving Elvis a big old hug and just being like, oh, I'm so tired. And then I'm going to let him, I'm going to ride him then to the temple while I just sort of slump over him.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely fucking knackered. It's been a very, very long day.
Okay. Yeah. You guys make it back to the temple. A few minutes later, Stix joins you, accompanied by Elvis.
Oh, But before I go, I'm just going to use my lay on hands on myself and ask if anyone else needs some healing. I'll top you off.
I mean,
I've got all of it. I actually do have all of it. So
I doubt we're going to get in another fight.
yeah. Well, if not, that's cool. But I'm topping myself up at least. So if anyone else needs any, then let me know. But I'll go with 20.
So Neo, Klari, and Arwen, you guys are just sort of like waiting in the main body of the temple when Brienne called you there. Just wait a moment, I just need to go and find that key. I'll be back in a minute. She heads off, towards Klari. You would know, towards her like study or office and things like that. A minute or so after like Stix arrives, she's back. Says, "Well, if you'd all follow me, I think we all owe you quite a lot for your help and things. It's been a while since the Order had too many sort of outside sort of friends. I think, certainly I can see why Genevieve took a liking to you all. I think you'll all be welcome here whenever you'd like to return, but I'm sure that the temple is not necessarily the place you'd like to stay most of the time. I spoke to Aoife as well, and we agreed this is what he would have wanted. We had a friend of ours who passed away a little while ago. He left his house in our care for in his words, group of suitable adventurers. Never really did hold with religion personally, and so he didn't necessarily want it to come to us. And it is a reasonable distance from the temple, not too long, but she stops outside of a small house, and looking out, you can see the house is a small wood-framed cottage with red terracotta tiles on the roof, and several window boxes full of well-kept flowers in bloom. Leading you up the path to the door, she puts this large bronze key in the lock and turns it, and the lock moves cleanly and smoothly, pushes back the door, and gestures you all inside. The inside is bright and clean, light coming in through the unshuttered windows, and as she follows you all inside, she calls out in a loud voice, "Chappie, you have visitors."
Chappie? Oh, it better be a dog. Sorry. From what looks to be, you can see like a kitchen as they open the door. This tall, androgynous looking, just almost like a mannequin walks in, but you can see it is made from wire. You can see no clothes or anything like that, just naked,
just like a smooth humanoid form, but you can see running all over their skin or all over the surface of the body. You can see these long lines, and as you can follow them as this wire runs through, and you can just see it sort of loops all the way around and through. See, even the face is just smooth, except for these wire lines in it.
Like a more simplistic C3PO from episode 1.
yeah, just made from like a long piece of wire, just like, you know, wrapped around and things. And yeah, she hands one of you the key. And the chappie says, he's like, hello.
Oh my god, yes.
Who are you? Brian steps forwards and like gestures towards you, like, chappie, I believe these are the people that Master Barnaby wanted the house to go to. This is Klari, Stix, Arwen, and Neo. Like, hello, Klari, Stix, Arwen, Neo. Welcome home.
Oh my god, yes.
Hi.
Hello. When?
Hello.
Yes, Chappie was an invention of as Barnaby, who used to own this house until he passed away a couple of months ago. Yeah, specifically said he wanted it to go to adventurers like him rather than, you know, the Order or any of his brothers or anything like that.
Well,
how many rooms?
Well, you can have a look around. Downstairs there is, you know, like just off the hall, there is an open plan like kitchen sitting room. It's quite small and cozy with a nice fireplace and things like that. There is a more formal dining room, as well as a large, well-stocked storeroom. Looking through the storeroom, you can see it is well maintained, well kept, you know, clean, dry, tidy. There are a few food items and things like that, mostly long life stuff in like jars and like sealed containers, like with like large corks, like sealed with like wax and stuff to stop them going off. And then further back in the storeroom, there is another small door, and opening it, you find further into the storeroom there are more. It is a slightly different type of storeroom. You can see a number of empty shelves, but a lot of them are labelled with things that wouldn't be food items. Everyone just make an Arcana check for me.
oh, all right. Okay.
Rolling at disadvantage stuff. 19.
Come on. Do you want me to roll for you? Because you're late.
Arwen, you look at some of these and realise that some of these are like spell components that you recognise from maybe some of your own spells, and some of these you think would be like potion ingredients potentially. Just like, you recognise pretty much all the ingredients, so they look to be like sort of like fairly common things. But if you were to take part in any sort of alchemy or chemistry or anything like that, these would be like your base things. Anything more exotic for more experienced or more experimental stuff, then you guys are going to have to acquire. But for the most, you know, there is a basic stockpile to begin with for you. Heading upstairs, the house is split. There are two small bedrooms. One has a large double bed in it, as well as a chest of drawers and a wardrobe. And in one corner of the double room, there is a coat stand with a large green cloak and green wizard's hat on it.
Wizards.
Yeah, like the classic, you know, wide brimmed with a pointy.
Hold on, what was his name?
Barnaby.
Is he the green wizard who is is the relation to the red wizard and the blue wizard?
You say it to Brienne. It's like Brienne's like, yeah, he had a number of brothers.
Oh shit!
Penchant
What?
for dressing in different colours. I know he had a couple that worked in Denderport, and one was in, I believe he said, Winstad, and the other one was possibly all the way down somewhere like Bellamar, I think he said.
Well, we've at least met two. That's hilarious.
Jeez, that's a throwback. Fucking hell.
Cards from the past.
There are two small bedrooms. So there's this one with a double bed, and there is one with two single beds in it. There is also a study, which is divided into one side of the room is very bare, with tables and things like that on it, except for a large alchemy kit. On the other side of the room, there are shelves and shelves of books. Barnaby has amassed a small personal library. Looking out the window upstairs, you can see a small garden at the back.
Yeah.
Maintained, but also quite vibrant and lush. In the centre of which there is a small pond with the statue of a miniature dragon, water trickling out of its mouth. Heading back downstairs, you can see the stairs head down and turn back on themselves again into a basement.
Oh.
In the basement there is a small sparring space. Lined up against one side of the wall are a number of training dummies. You can see a few of them have sort of like burn marks and things like that on them. And there is quite a large rug in the in the center of the training room floor.
Yeah. Can I this guy was a wizard. Can I try and move the rug?
Yeah.
Is there anything?
Yeah. Are you how are you trying to move it? Are you just standing on it, trying to get it to move like a flying carpet, or are you picking it up and?
No, I'm gonna grab the side and lift it up and just be like, ooh.
Yeah, as you lift it, you start to reveal some glittering chalk lines on the floor, and pulling it back, you can see a large circle drawn on the floor with symbols and sigils around it.
Oh, Ben knows what that is, but Stix, I have no idea. It looks like some form of circle for some arcane uses. Does anyone know what this might be?
Is the D&D reason for that circle the same as the supernatural reason for that circle?
No.
Damn it!
Barry, do you know what this circle might be on the ground? It seems wizardly and spell-like.
Alright, chappy.
Sorry. Yeah, I realise that's probably offensive. No, this is Ben knowing exactly what the circle is, but Stix has no idea, and Ben's very excited.
You would potentially recognise this. You've travelled via this method before.
Oh, we have? Oh, we have! Oh, yeah, okay. Can I make a check then?
Yeah, anyone can make a check if you like.
I'm assuming it's an Arcana check.
Yeah, Arcana if you got it. It's or intelligence, but it's the same thing. So yeah, Stix, you recognise this, recalling it is a teleportation circle.
Oh my god. Can we go anywhere?
If you can cast a spell teleportation circle, yeah. You can go
Okay.
to the
We do spells.
teleportation circle.
Spells. Yeah, but
But if someone can cast teleportation circle, you can share this circle with them and come back here.
But you'd still know more about it than I would. I would have assumed.
Wait, can people just get in our house then?
If they know this circle, yes.
Ew, yuck. Can we change the circle?
It's possible, yeah.
Just scrub out one.
Yeah.
A Sunday circle.
Well, it would be a case of recasting the circle and destroying this one, which is expensive.
Which of us can do?
And none of you can cast a spell teleportation circle.
Piper can.
Get in our house.
Where's that fucker?
Invite him to stay.
For a whole year to recast a specific circle every single day. No, I can already tell you he would say fuck no to that one. Although, I don't know.
Is it in its own room?
Yeah, it's in the basement.
Like a door, locked door.
Oh yeah, we could lock the door. So, I'm assuming if someone can teleportation circle through that area, a locked door probably isn't too much of a burden for them. A teleportation circle, that's fifth level spell. Huh?
A lot of locks.
A lot of locks. Just get a load of locks.
If it's padlocked from the other side, then they can't pick the lock.
That is true.
If only someone knew arcane lock.
Where is Irvin when we need him? In a different world.
Far, far away.
In a different world. Spending all that major dollar.
Yeah, so you guys are just like standing that down in the basement.
Well, so this is like ours now. Is that what you're saying here?
Yeah, Brienne has been like walking around with you as well as happy. And Brienne's like, yeah, I mean, you've got the key now. I'm not sure there's any like official handover process, but Chappie knows you own the place now, so he should serve you, I guess. He's always been friendly. So.
Chappie, do you want to serve us? Is this something you want?
I was made to help.
Okay, but like, do you like doing it?
I was made to help.
Are you okay?
I am
feel-
in full working order.
Okay.
I feel like he isn't very smart. You know, it's like asking, like a wolf if they like hunting. Like, maybe they don't like it, but it's something they're literally like, wired to do in their head. It's like part of their DNA. Or maybe help as part of his DNA. It's his purpose. Bless you.
Is he not sentient? Like he doesn't really... Like he knows stuff, but he doesn't like feel it.
He's not a living creature, if that's what you're asking.
I know, but like... Baymax has feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So does Chappie from the movie Chappie. Could we give this one a bunch of... See if he can kill the stuff. I'll stop talking in a South African accent. A bunch of guns.
Okay, well, you just... You go at your own pace, my dude.
do your thing, Chappie.
Thank you. What can I do for you, new masters?
Oh.
I've got. You said there was 2 bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
One with a double bed.
Yeah.
And one with 2 singles.
Yeah.
Now I'm not very good at maths, but including Neo, there's 4 of us.
Well, either I sleep with Klari or you sleep with Neo.
Huh. Well, does Neo like it on the left side of the bed or the right side of the bed? It's a big question. Do you sleep in your undies? I... Do you have night terrors? Do you fight in your sleep?
Oh no.
That's more.
Do you have a mystical way of turning into a squirrel that we have been unaware of thus far?
That is a real question.
Here on my...
Haven't you shared a room with Neo before?
I have, but maybe he was hiding it then. I know we've literally been camping out with each other for like many months now, but I am, you know, when it's home, you're in Rome, and when in Rome, where's Rome?
Oh, I would like to share a room.
Well, there are 2 rooms, so you're gonna have to. There'll be 2. Well, unless you come up with another arrangement, but there'll be 2 sets of sharing. It's whether or not you're sharing a bed.
I thought it was 3.
No, there's 2 rooms.
There are
One
2
with a
rooms.
and one
There's a
with
double bed in it, and one has 2 single beds in it. Like one was Barnaby's room, and one was a guest room.
Well, I guess you guys are top of the tail. See you later. No, I will sleep in the garden, in the tent. Because if I'm honest, it's where I've been most of my life thus far anyway. I quite enjoy it.
Back to the double bed.
Or that's got to come down to some initiative dexterity check for that shit.
I'm happy that you guys sort this out.
Look, you gave it up. There was a free thing. I was just,
Well, I don't mind. Stix doesn't mind and will have whatever. And at this point, he goes back outside to Elvis, leads him into the garden, plops him down, plops himself down, and proceeds to just start like attempting to take a short rest. If there's nothing else like anyone needs, he's just like, I'm completely pooped and really tired.
Yeah, you guys have some time to do as you wish. You can explore the details of the house further. You can take a rest. It is.
There's a little library.
It is like late afternoon, getting on towards the early evening time.
Well, how's Neo feeling about the rooms? Is he excited to about the prospect of sharing?
Neo is ambivalent towards the process and will go as directed.
Neo.
I'm saying this much. Neo was dead for a very long time and was therefore asleep for a very long time. So the man's had enough sleep. Don't you think?
Suggesting he doesn't need a bed.
No, I'm suggesting he doesn't need the double bed. But then again, you could get the double bed, and then you guys have the twin room. Oh, and you can make bunk beds.
I mean, that would be a carpentry check.
Oh my god! What does Chappie do? Can he do some?
Can he do it?
Woodwork while we're away?
Would you like to ask him to?
Yes.
To remodel?
Can you make these beds into bunk beds?
What are bunk beds?
One bed here, and then one bed up here, so 2 people can sleep, but they're just on top of each other. But not on top of each other, but like there's like space, obviously.
Then you'll have so much room for activity.
I can move the bed for you.
Okay, no, he can't.
And like in the room, you see like Chappie like walks over, and he like squats down, and like his arms, he puts like 2 arms under the bed, and almost like you see like then poking out the other side, you see like these like wire like hands. Like his arms are just basically extended, like the wire has extended all the way underneath, and he just like lifts up the bed, walks across the room, and puts it on top of the other bed.
Yeah, about what I thought. Thank you.
This out.
Welcome.
I feel like he's gonna like. Okay, you can go back downstairs now.
Do you know what to ask him?
Be here for dinner.
Yes.
I will make dinner.
Okay, you go do that. Thank you.
Goes downstairs.
I feel like he's gonna like kill us in our sleep, but not like today, but in like 2 years or something.
And could it be like reprogrammed? Yeah, be some kind of assassin bot. Now that would be a pro DM move, right? Jesus, assassin bot chapping. Bad chat.
This is how I'm gonna get my TPK. So we'll make it 2 this year. The murder assassin. I'll just be like texting you guys just in the middle of sessions. You died.
Excuse you.
Yeah, no, Chappie just follows your orders and goes downstairs and starts making some dinner. You hear the sound of like pots and pans clanging and stuff like that.
You hear from outside. Anyone mind if I pee in the pond?
Yes.
There's the trickling fountains making me need to pee.
Do it on a flower or something.
I'm gonna pee on a flower. The flower has feelings. The pond doesn't have feelings.
It does.
Huh? I don't know. The fish in the pond.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, there are now fish in the pond.
Well,
Fish for mine.
well, it's cold out, so I don't pee in the pond.
Good.
Fine. And I lean over to where our garden maybe meets not our garden. I'll pee on it. I'll pee anywhere. Fuck this. This is a fantasy realm. Unlike Ben, Stix can hold it. Boom.
High fantasy at its best.
And he eats a loaf of bread.
Oh gosh. A whole loaf.
A whole loaf. Getting this vibrate. Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
Stix is in the garden. Where is everyone else?
Can
You
I
guys?
ask Neo some questions now?
Yeah?
Anyone else want to be there?
Stix would have wanted to be there, but also he's very tired. So if you do it now, he's not going to know none the wiser. He's already calmed down outside.
Ask away.
How did you know her?
She was one of the lieutenants of Balsam.
How many lieutenants were there? Ooh.
I'm not sure, like 5 or 6 or something.
Okay.
Sorry, Jared. The direction she was she flying in a desertly direction?
Yes.
Cool. There we go.
Okay. What did Balsam actually do to you?
I don't know.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All I knew was that he was. I mean, my mum told me that he was my father, but that's kind of all I really understood. From what she was saying, it sounds different, but
what was her cause?
we weren't really sure. I mean, they turned the land into like a wasteland. draining life from it for some purpose that wasn't clear. Which was why everyone came to get it. The land became, wild and like unlivable, and it just kept spreading. And if it spread much further, it was gonna kill everyone.
Okay. And why the hell did she call you dear?
That's just the way she speaks.
Anything else you remember?
She was buried down there for a reason.
Well, yeah, because she was one of the lieutenants, probably.
Yeah, it seems like we can probably expect that they have all. If she's woken up, that whatever was containing them all has failed, and they are all moving and active in some way.
Do you remember where they all are?
No, the landscape has changed so much. I don't think there was a city here when she was buried before. It's difficult to figure out.
How many have we found so far? Just 2.
Is that a DM question or a Neo question?
Neo question.
Yeah, I mean there was the one in the dragon's lair, and there was this one.
Yeah. Okay. 2.
They were split up. I know that they were spread far and wide because they were pretty unkillable until after we defeated Baltam. They seemed to be tied to him in some way. Had several.
Are you telling me that we fought her and she couldn't actually have been killed?
I don't really remember. It's hard to. I mean, a couple of times we thought we'd killed them, but we don't know whether they just come back or whether he was bringing them back after we killed them.
Okay.
Undead are fickle, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, once he was contained, once he was imprisoned and the magic was established around him, they were easier to take down. They were easier to remove. She didn't seem as strong as she could have been.
Do you remember how you took down Balsam before?
Sheer weight of arms, I think. I mean, there was thousands of us. We went to war.
There are 4 of us. We might need a little more than that. Like, information. Anything. Just, reach to the back of that squishy thing in your mind. You can do
Is
it.
it not his mind?
No, it's 2 separate things. Obviously. Duh. Did you not listen in head class? Of course.
Got to the eyes, and I was about done with it. See the point.
Like anything living, he can be hurt. He can, like if you cut him, he'll bleed. But it took a lot to wear him down enough that we could contain him and bury him and seal him away.
What if all that needs to happen is the power of love and you just need to hug him?
I
Okay, give him a little kiss.
I don't think that'll work.
No, just a little peck. Okay. Well, that's one crossed off the list. No hugs.
And by the sounds of it, pecks, kisses. So likely will
Power
not
of love? No.
work.
Not defeatable by love.
Okay.
Love. Okay.
You have to go PG-12 on this asshole. And then we'll keep crossing things off until we eventually get to PG-18, where I get the undead guy's head off.
Ooh, that sounds way more up my street.
It does. But better go in order. You know.
Of
Power of
course.
love, the power of friendship next.
Oh yeah.
Try.
Have you tried like playing a game or something? Jenga? Or is that what started it? Did you play Monopoly together?
This entire thing was because he lost him.
Family game night did not go well.
Or maybe I will build my own hotels.
He claimed the land just so that he could claim the real Regent Street and burn it to the ground.
Yeah, you see this? You see this? I own all the brands now.
Wow, the Browns.
Hey, don't sleep on the Browns in Monopoly. They're cheap to buy, easy to upgrade, and everyone hits them after passing go.
Not if you roll a 6.
Depends where you start. Like, how many
Okay,
places?
that's way too much about Monopoly.
The Browns were always my tactic because people would land on them and be like, "I'm not going to buy that. It's shit." And you can get them really cheaply, upgrade them really quickly, and then people land on them, and it's not going to bankrupt anyone, but it's good, like at consistently bleeding people.
My tactic was to try and then complain that Chantel was cheating. You always win! And you always get the blues. Always. Every time. Without fail. Except for that one time where I had them, and then you bled me dry of everything else, and then I had to trade in the blues.
Is Arwen and I teamed up together?
Yeah! Fucking sisters, man. Don't trust them.
I'm always the banker.
She is
You're
too!
not allowed to play.
No,
I
I
was
still
not.
play.
Oh,
But you're also the banker.
you play. Okay.
And I don't cheat.
I'm glad to hear it. My cousin always cheated. He was really good at it.
Like cheating.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You just get to the end of the game and he'd be sat on a pile of like 500s that he'd just squirreled away.
It pays to be the banker.
Mm.
You need to get paid for your work.
I think I get great holidays.
Okay, we're playing D&D.
Yeah, going back to some D&D.
We should play Monopoly.
Oh, we should. Yes.
I don't think we've got the time.
Yeah, we do. We'll come over for one of them Sunday things again. Oh, yeah, because we can then bring Monopoly, the card game.
Monopoly deal.
Monopoly Deal. There's a card game of it, and it's actually really good. Very.
Okay.
That
Ooh.
we are in no way sponsored by Monopoly Deal.
That seems good.
I'm intrigued now.
Oh, it's really good. They're available.
So, Stix is taking a short rest with Elvis in the garden and not peeing in the fish pond.
You bet not, Ben.
Arwen is questioning Neo. Klari, what are you up to? Are you taking part in the information gathering from Neo?
Yeah, I'm interested. What? Yeah.
Well, yeah, that takes a little bit of time. Just answer all the questions. I mean, yeah, if there's anything else anyone would like to do, investigate the house-wise.
I think at some point, It's probably like get up and just like start going through some places. Maybe like look at the library and see if there's anything particularly interesting in there. If he was collecting any specific tomes, specifically like I know he was a wizard, so maybe any like spell scrolls or anything like that that we could maybe make use of. Just like a leisurely stroll. Maybe I made some tea or something.
You have a looking through like the chest of drawers and like the wardrobe and stuff like that. And alongside the green, like you find like a couple of sets of green robes and a green hat. And alongside those, you find a ring. There is a staff topped with like etched with like this fiery pattern topped with a red crystal. There is a large black cloak and a pair of boots as well in the wardrobe that you find.
So a ring,
a
staff with a. Did you say like a flame?
Like a fiery pattern and topped with a red crystal. Yeah. There is a large black cloak.
And some boots.
Yeah, and some boots. In the like study, amongst like you find like there's an extensive set of alchemy equipment for lots of like glassware and things like that, spare bottles and so forth for brewing potions and analyzing things. There is a small quantity of like acids and oils and like those sorts of like again like base ingredients for that sort of thing. There's under one of the benches you find a box, quite well carved wooden box, and it's not locked or anything like that. And look around, Stix, you like place it up on the bench. Open it up, you can see inside there is it's like something folded up in leather. Taking it out and putting it on the bench, it's quite heavy. And as you like, untie this like knotted leather cord and fold back the pieces, you reveal a large spearhead. It is rusted and chipped. The last sort of couple of centimeters you can see has been snapped off, but very faintly you can see a word etched into the surface of it.
What might that word be? Considering I know Elvish.
Speaking Elvish, you would recognize this. This is not just a word; it's a name, and the name is Hilvadri.
Hilvadri.
Hilvadri. Hilvadry. Hilvadry.
Hilvadry.
Yeah. Hilvadry.
Hilvadry. Okay.
Also, in there is a reasonable sized chunk of like a silver stone, but it's got this like crystalline structure to it. When you like tilt it in the light, it has slight like the light reflects off it in almost like a rainbow-ish pattern as it like diffuses the light in this like crystalline structure.
Okay. Interesting.
If you want to make a history check on the name, you can.
Yeah, sure. I'll make a check. Yeah. Don't know what I was gonna say. Yeah. Oh, 16. Not bad.
16. Okay. So, Hilvadri is a comes from a well-known story. It is a spear that was used by someone a few hundred years ago, a human by the name of Prince Auric, who later became King Auric, to reclaim his throne when it was usurped by his younger brother Sturven. You remember from the stories that were probably told to you, as this like warrior's tale, particularly because of the way it ends. It encapsulates this sort of era of nobility and doing things right that Aramis was probably quite keen to instill in you when you were young, Stix. Oryx was the nephew of the previous king, a king called Hrothgar. And he was adopted to be Hrothgar's heir when Oric's parents died of disease. Hrothgar being without an heir and being quite particular about his matches, did not believe he would father one. Later on in life, a young girl at court by the name of Morgause caught the king's eye, quickly gaining his favour, and quite soon after they were married. Barely 9 months after the wedding, suspiciously quickly said by some, Prince Sturven was born. Queen Morgause doted on her son, ignoring her adoptive stepson, and ever ambitious found reason after reason to convince Hrothgar to send Auric away on political errands and diplomatic missions, always petitioning him to make Sturven his heir. It was while away on one of these such missions that an aging Hrothgar died, and in his absence, Queen Morgause crowned her teenage son king, denying Auric access to the city upon his return. The queen's scheming, however, proved to be her undoing, as in his travels around to the neighbouring lords and land, Auric had spent 15 years establishing good relationships with them, and they knew him to be strong and fair. They did not want a shady queen leading an unknown and untested king on the throne. A short rebellion ensued, lasting only 12 months. A surprisingly bloodless conflict, though, as very few skirmishes were fought. Auric very keen to spare the lives of any innocent in this, and avoid slaughtering his own subjects, thank you. If possible. The largest battle was the one that reclaimed the throne itself, where Auric offered to decide the siege of the capital in single combat. The offer was accepted on the condition that he enter the castle alone. He was encouraged not to do so by many lords, but being a man of honour, Auric accepted this, believing that he too would be treated honourably. However, it proved to be a trap, and when he struck down the Queen's champion, she ordered the remaining knights present to kill him. He was able to escape with the power of his spear, making it back outside to his army outside the city, and the resulting conflict was short, as Auric's forces far outweighed the Queen, and left with no choice, they stormed the city. Auric pardoned his younger brother and imprisoned the Queen. However, she eventually managed to escape, and after a couple of years of unsuccessfully trying to raise her own rebellion against King Auric, she was captured again and executed personally by Auric. This put a strain on his relationship with Sturven, causing the two brothers to become estranged from then on. And is this story that you remember from Aramis' telling so clearly of the lessons of the warrior knights, the treating people nobly, and so forth? That's why it so clearly comes to mind now. Elvadri was this spear that Oric was famed for wielding, and the powers that came with it. This magical weapon passed down that allowed him to, the stories say, rush like the wind across the rooftops and out of the city when in danger.
Okay. You
It
had
is
me.
in very poor condition at the moment. But it was stored with this chunk of strange metal.
Does the metal look anything like the sort of like the metal the spearhead's made of? Sort of thing?
Casually observing, it doesn't seem so. It certainly doesn't have this sort of like rainbow-like hue to it when you turn the blade, but it is tarnished and rusted in places. Without being a more skilled in the art of weaponsmithing, it's hard for you to know.
Okay, might end up.
Actually, guess that the two are potentially linked, given that they were stored together. If you want to make an investigation check, and anyone can make an investigation check while you're looking through the library, you can look for specific notes on this if you want, Stix. Anyone else can either help or look themselves, or you can look for other things amongst the library while you're doing some searching.
Can I look at, see if there's like artifacts?
Would I have been able to ask Chappie for like help? Like, hey Chappie, can you help me find something about this spear?
Yeah, I'll say with that, definitely, yeah. It's like, the spearhead always baffled Master Barnaby. Magic should be resistant to magical weapons should be resistant to most kinds of decay. However, this one was severely damaged. He tried to repair it, but could not find anyone skilled enough to do so. He believed the metal would solve it, but could not find anyone to help.
Interesting. Okay. Do we know any sick-ass blacksmiths?
Yes.
We do?
Yeah. There's those two women. They're really cool.
Those two women.
Mm-hmm.
I do not remember. Oh no, the ones
but I don't have their names to hand.
for the contest.
Pardon?
You mean the ones who created the armor for the contest that won in the local festivities of stuff?
I don't know, they work together. One does...
Were they in this city?
They're either here or...
Oh no.
At the place before. I'll definitely have them somewhere. Where the hell
For
is...
some reason my document for NPCs is not loading, so let's try it on here.
You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yes, you're talking about Suli and Taliza.
Yeah.
Who are in Hengist Forza. Suli is the blacksmith. She's very strong. She runs the business and handles most of the heavy lifting and forge work, whereas Taliza is like an artificer mage who much smaller and handles the magical and enchantment side of things.
Where's Hengist Forza? Isn't that
Orktown. Literally the other side of the continent.
No, there's definitely two others. Was that the only two?
I don't know who else you are referring to.
I don't have my...
Yeah, I don't feel like we'd... Because I did think that the orcs were good at blacksmithing, and I'm sure we spoke one. Because I remember speaking to one about maybe some magic armor or like, yeah, I spoke to them about like druidic armor, but they were like, oh no, we don't really do that sort of stuff here. We're orcs. But I don't recall. I mean, there was the blacksmith. Wasn't really a blacksmith, but I stole that wooden armor from.
Yeah,
But I ain't got
wasn't
that.
about that one. Because I don't think we should have a backpack there.
Yes, you stole a very nice set of armor
And then
from Ithamel?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I could go back there and actually buy the armor now. If they had a new set. But
It wasn't Ithamel.
no, it was Eli Halion. That was it.
Yes.
Out in the east of in the east.
Yeah. Because it was on our way to Yelion.
Yes.
And then we quickly got out of Dodge, like right after that.
Yes.
Cool.